Here we go. Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. What is up, guys? It's your boy Kagi, back at it again with a new video. And in this video, I bring you the creator of Undead Pixel, a little 2D platformer game that looks very interesting. You guys know I already covered it. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you check out the video. Top right of this video, ladies and gentlemen. So check it out. See if you like it. This is super indie. I mean, if you're one of those complainers, this is not for you. Okay. Now, Andrew, I appreciate you taking this time to do this. We already talked on Twitter. We talked on Discord a little bit. I already bought some assets from the game on secondary market. Tell me a little bit about your background, because people like to know who the people behind these games are. You did tell me you've been doing little games for 15 years, and now you decided to kind of like launch yourself and launch something like a passion project. So if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, that would be great.
Yeah, sure, of course. First of all, thanks for having me here. I appreciate it. I really enjoy being here. And yeah, I'm my name's Andrew Stewart, and we're based in the Netherlands, in the Amsterdam area, and we're just a small team, 3 people currently, but we're actually in the process of recruiting 2 more team members now. So that's exciting. And yeah, we're the creators of Undead Pixel Monks, which is we're actually developing 2 games at the moment. We're sharing all the assets between the 2 games, so all the artwork, the story, the lore, the enemies, the music, we share between the 2 projects. So this allows us to do 2 projects at the same time, and we have our second generation of NFTs coming out this coming Saturday. Just 200 NFTs in this collection.
Absolutely, yeah. I did talk about it in the video that I did. So there's gonna be three collections to start with. These collections don't really give you any powers in the game or anything. It's more like the looks, right? If I'm understanding right, because I did see that each collection has like no voice, or no wise, whatever you call it, master. Like there's different monks, and I have it right here on my screen. We have Undead Novice, we have senior monks. What's the difference? Is there any difference in these, or just looks?
Yeah, they all have different properties, and these properties, they can be more or less rare. So you have some monks that have, for example, the master property, and there's only a few of them, whereas you have many more novice monks. So it determines how rare they are at the moment. And yeah, for now, at the time, they are collectibles first and foremost, and we're actually for our second game that we're working on, we are looking into how to integrate them with the game itself as well.
Absolutely, I like that, man. Look, I know a lot of people are like these days, like, oh, play to earn. I'm all for it. I'm all for the pay to win model, and some people don't understand what I say when I say pay to win. Is the pay to win these days is not the traditional one where you pay the developer and the only person that wins is the dev and the person that bought. In this case, pay to win, it's literally just an open economy. If I have a sword, I can sell it to you, and the developer wins. I win because I sold it to another player, and the player that bought it from me also wins. So it's a 3-way thing. The 3 parties win because the developer gets a cut from the marketplace, and then the seller earns, and then the receiver bought because they bought what they wanted. So it does come into play, these games where like, you come with a lot of money and now you have all the best weapons and all of that, but it is what it is. That's kind of how life works, right? You buy the best property, you buy the best car, you get to places quicker. I am all for that, but I'm also for games that are right now like yours, that are collectibles, that the collectible itself is not really affecting the gameplay, and I'm kind of like having a piece of the game in terms of the artwork, just like I would buy a Fortnite skin, and if I would be able to trade it, then that would be cool, but it doesn't affect the game. So I'm down for this, and I like the artwork. What is the inspiration for this artwork? Because it's very unique in my opinion. It gives me this feeling of something unique, and I don't know how to explain it. It's the red, the white, the black, and I don't know. I just don't know, because some people might be saying right now, like, yo, okay, Kagi's just bullshitting. No, it really does give me a feel, and I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, I can say something about that, of course. When I first started developing this game, it was just me in the beginning. My goal was really to create something that I myself would really enjoy, something I would love, I would buy, I would play, and not necessarily something that follows the market trends or anything like that. And I think the main inspiration from the beginning was, first of all, I really enjoy Japanese and Chinese mythology and philosophy. So that's something I wanted to bring into the game. And then secondly, I really enjoy games that have uh, sort of a simple foundation and then do all kinds of creative, unique things with that foundation. So instead of having like a very complicated system for like the physics or graphics, and then having the moment to moment gameplay be a bit more like repetitive. I
Hmm.
wanted to turn that. I'm not saying one approach is better than the other, but I like when the core foundation, the basis is actually quite simple, but then you keep introducing new characters, new enemies, new situations in a way that keeps things surprising for the player. So you never quite know what's going to be around the next corner, and also for the enemies, you never quite know what they're going to do. So it doesn't really become predictable. That was the main goal, and I think part of that was also to for anything we add to the game to always ask ourselves, is that really, does it really add something? So in a sense, the foundation, the approach we had was a bit minimalistic, and you can see that in the art as well. So the color palette, it's just mostly it's reds and black and gray and white, and then every now and then we use some other colors to highlight certain things like golden objects or magic attacks. And really, the red, white, and black is really, I think those are really Japanese colors, and you can really see the Japanese influence in the game.
Yeah, and it pops. It pops so it's such a. I really don't know, but I know the feel that I'm getting, and it's unique. It's really unique, and like you said, the simple foundation. To be honest with you, I started to appreciate the simple foundation very late in my, I guess, gaming career. I would say a year ago, a year and a half ago. I was like getting into blockchain games, and I was like, bro, I gotta embrace these little games. If I don't embrace it, then we don't move forward. And by embracing them, I started to find games that weren't too complex. And I was like, damn, bro, like they do really have a little feel that you can't really explain it. It's almost like Terraria. You know that game?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
it's super complex, like you said. The foundation is basic, but then around it, it gets complex. There's so much content around it that you can introduce easily, and it's just cool as hell. Super, super
yeah,
cool. And I never really played it, but I started watching streamers, and I would sit hours watching. It's so entertaining. But I never played it because I'm in the no NFT, no play. So, no NFT, I'm not playing. I don't care. I'll watch, but I'm not playing. And I'm
yeah, yeah.
very maxi right now on that because we need to push the industry forward with this. But yeah,
Cool.
man, I love it. I love your game. I really do. Now, the second game, what type of game is it? What are you
Right.
thinking? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So when I started this, it was mostly just me in the beginning, but then I quickly had two more team members who also saw that it had potential, who liked it. So we wanted to see where to take it from there. And yeah, I also really started, learning about blockchain games, and I actually played some myself, watched some of your videos, and I got really interested in the future of it. The blockchain in general, mostly the technology and innovation aspect of it. And I really wonder where it's going to take us and what kind of things are still going to happen in the future. And we just thought it would be really cool to be a part of that. And so this is what we started exploring. And we immediately, because we already had this game with all these undead monk characters. So we immediately came up with the undead pixel monks idea, having all these different monks with all these different properties and then fighting them. But yeah, what we already had was basically a single player game that was already half finished. So what we decided is that we would finish that because I also want to create this single player game that really allows us to tell a story and I love the world building aspect, create a world and a universe around it. But then secondly, we wanted to explore opportunities for a blockchain game as well. But this project was a bit bigger than, we weren't really ready for a project of that scale, especially if we wanted to introduce our own token as well. So yeah, we just got started with a very small batch of 100 NFTs, and yeah, it just sold out really quickly. It was a huge success. So it definitely allows us now to scale up and to get some more people on board. And because I already have the single player game, so all the artwork, all the animations, all the music, the story, the lore, we're just going to carry that over and develop the second project simultaneously. So our team will be splitting in two, and we have quite a few ideas for that actually, but I can't really give you a lot of details yet because we are also negotiating with another development team to see if perhaps we can collaborate on this.
Hmm.
It's not quite finalized yet, but of course, as soon as I know more about that, I will share all the details. But we have a few cool ideas about how to use NFTs, and basically what I felt was missing. I really enjoy blockchain games. I played some of them myself, but I wanted to see something that was more immediate. Like the gameplay was more. It was not just menus or
Real
stats
time,
or
real time, real time.
real time.
You're doing what you're telling your character to do.
Exactly. This is where I felt there was still a potential there, and maybe not everyone enjoys that because it requires some skills, it requires some practice. But we felt there's definitely an audience for that because personally, I would really enjoy something like that. So this is what we wanted to do.
Absolutely, man. Look, I've been saying this for a while, man. Like, I'm already at the point where I'm not taking any more PvP games. Like, and I say it all the time. I tweet about it. I'm like, talk to me about new games. And that's where you came in and you actually commented. And I put no PvP, no PvP. I don't have anything against it. I don't like it, but we have to move forward. We have to move forward. So I have to push games that are not PvP because the PvP aspect, it's only so big. And even in the traditional gaming space, PvP turn based, that's not a big thing. There's only so much flooding of that market that you can do that it would attract other players. It won't attract the bigger masses. This little game that you have is a beautiful game, and I know there's a lot of people. I realized this, like I told you, late in my gaming life, that people really like this type of games. They really love it. You got Terraria. You got what's this other game? I forgot the name of it. It's a 10-year-old game, farming game.
Stardew Valley.
Yeah, exactly. Stardew Valley. It's incredible how much people love this, and
Yeah.
I didn't understand that concept until later on, and now I'm starting to enjoy it a lot. So I'm really, really excited to see what you guys are gonna build, and the fact that you guys are not raising a lot of money, you're taking it step by step. Um, I like it. I like it because you're taking a step by step, receiving the money that you need at the moment, and like I told you earlier, I'm okay with games making a lot of money. I'm okay, but that has to result. The results of the output has to be equal, right? So you make a
Yeah.
lot of money, but you have to output a good community, a good game, a good everything, right? It's okay. I'm okay with that because these are IPs that you came up with and you had been thinking about it for a while, and you've been breaking your head probably at work that you probably hate or don't hate, but maybe you don't want to be there anymore. And that has a value. That has a value that, you can't really translate it to most of the people, but I understand that value because I worked in other places where I'm like, I don't want to be here. I want to do this. This is what I want to do. And now you have the opportunity, and that has a value, man. I'm down to support that. I'm down to support that. Fuck yeah, man.
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And also, I have ideas that you guys can, I have some ideas like implementing that type of game with other IPs in the space. So
Right.
you build a story for, let's say, CryptoPunks, right? You build that story. And then you tell CryptoPunks, hey, I got a story for CryptoPunks. We could connect. Whoever has CryptoPunks can connect to this story, right? and actually play the game as a CryptoPunk. And I had this idea earlier during the week. I put it as a tweet, and you could do the same thing with other little IPs, right? Bored Apes. You come up with a Bored Ape story, and you build the foundation. Now you connect to the game. If you have a Bored Ape, you can play that story. And the value that that brings is that people start moving the market because they're like, yo, I want to play that story, right? And if you make your story successful and then you present your, the other stories to all these IPs, they're going to be like, hell yeah, bro, create a story for us. And now you have all these IPs moving the market because people just want to play the story of that game, of that IP within your platform. So there's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you thought about those type of collaborations in the future.
Yeah, we did discuss such things. I think there's still a lot of potential for sure. Yeah.
For sure, man. Now let me ask you, when is your game gonna come out? Because in the website says 2022. You guys don't have a real set date yet for that.
Right. So we have three generations of NFTs. First one has already been released. Next one, second one is coming out this week, and the third one in Q4 of this year. And we already have the budget that's required to finish our first game, which will be the single player game. And the Generation One NFT holders will receive early access to the entire game, and it will be released in Q2 2022. And then for the second project, we're targeting Q3 or 4 2022.
Yeah, those dates change so much. I just want to let people know that because people get excited. People get too excited. When somebody tells me Q3, Q4, in terms of gameplay, I'm already thinking 1-2 quarters ahead because shit happens. You know?
Yeah, true, but I'm definitely targeting that. For the single player game, at least, we're already quite far on that. But actually, now we're going to improve some of the things we already have. So we have an extra pixel artist and composer. We're going to make some of the things a bit better, but we have quite a lot for it already. So I think it's
Oh,
I think
I'm
it's realistic.
excited. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I can only imagine an MMO with that artwork,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Nobody
that'll
has
be cool.
done an MMO with like this mythical Japanese artwork like that, like kind of low tone, or I don't know if that's the wording in there, but you know what I mean. What you guys are building with that type of tonality in the artwork, which is like very kind of dark, and it's kind of cool, man. Like I never seen anything like that. I mean, we have in the space we have something called Treeverse. We got Crypto Beast, but they're all colorful, right? They
Yeah,
have
yeah.
they have all these colors, and I love the fact that the colors are not your usual colors. So I would love to see an MMO like that, running around with my character in a verse like that. I don't know if you guys thought about that, but man, I could see it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. If we have the opportunity, I would love to do more with this franchise. We really want to, I really enjoy the world building part and the lore. So once we have the universe, you can do so many things with that.
Yeah, for sure, man. Now I have a few more questions. So, on Saturday we have a sale. How much is it for that sale? How much do people have to pay to get these collectibles?
We have the cheaper novice monks, and then there are a couple of rare ones like the fabled monks, and the cheaper ones. The cheapest one goes for 0.01 ETH, and then it goes up, and the average price will be around 0.1. If you exclude the rarest ones, it will be significantly lower than that. The five rarest ones.
I like it. I like it, and that's gonna be an open sea.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'll leave the link down below for everybody to actually check that out. I think it's in the website as well. Don't get it confused. This is an early project, so it's not verified. So you have to click that link. That is the only link that you have to click. The only one, because I'm sure there's people sniping these projects right away. They create another account, and it's
It
super
happened.
super easy.
It happened on the first generation already. Yeah.
Yeah, it happened to me the other day. Actually, somebody I never that's never happened to me. Somebody did a bundle with a real one and fake ones. I didn't look well through the bundle. So it appears in the real one when you search for the bundle, but everything else inside the bundle is fake. So that's another technique that people are using. And I fell for that one because I was in FOMO mode. Never happened to me. Being here
Oh,
for
wow.
almost 2 years, I lost one ETH there. But it is what it is. That's how you learn, right? It took
Yeah.
me one ETH to learn a valuable lesson to chill the fuck out, basically.
Exactly.
Basically, yeah, man. But I'm excited. I'm excited for your project, man. I wish you a lot of success to your team. I'm gonna keep supporting you guys as much as I can in videos, a little bit of money here and there when you guys drop different things, and I'm excited. Now I'm very critical, right? If there's something I don't like, I will say it. But if there's something I like, I say both things because I think it's important to keep like a well balanced opinion because then we get lost in the sauce. No matter if I am critical even when I get paid. When people pay me, they know I'm gonna be critical because I gotta be real. I gotta stick to who I am. And anyways, where can people find you? So Twitter, Discord, where else? Anywhere else, or just Twitter and
Yeah,
Discord?
we have a website.
Well, you got the
No,
website.
yeah, nomandgames.com. And then our OpenSea collection, Undead Pixel Monks.
Absolutely. I'm gonna leave all the links down below for everybody to click through it, join the Discord, join the community. I think this is a really really nice project for people that don't necessarily have a lot of money and want to build a community because everybody wants to be part of something, and that is the most important thing here in the NFT world. That we're building these games with the developers. You have access to them. You could talk to them. You could feel like you're there. This is a lot of people are waiting for Activision, Ubisoft. That will come, but you will never feel the same as you feel when you're building a game with the developers. That is a totally different experience. Um, so yeah, man, thank you for being here. Let me actually end the call right here.